Hello, everyone. Good evening. You're welcome to another exciting episode of Tech with Hero. And my name is Ayomide Oguyomi, also known as the Ayomide Samuel and the brand Padre. And I'm going to be your host for today. And today's session is an exciting one already because I'm excited because I have a very fantastic human who will be joining us. I know the guest and I know you're also excited to see the face of Hero. Hero is not um, hosting right now, but she's with us ahead. So I don't give you much more hint about that. But then Hero is with us, and today's session is gonna be an exciting one, like I said earlier, because we have someone who has a vast knowledge about software development, and he has been in this field for a decade. I mean, more than a decade, sef, because it's not easy. Oh. Spending 10 years in a field is not an easy one, and that is why I'm excited about today's session. So you get to learn a lot from him. You get to learn a lot from him. And you know how we do it here at Tech Zero. We connect newbies to tech experts, and we connect techies to opportunities and give right informations to grow your tech career, one episode at a time. So today is one of those episodes you're going to be getting. And I'm very sure that our guest is ready, is prepared, is ready to dish this amazing stuff to us, because me, I want to learn. I have got some questions too that apart from the one I have personally, we also have some questions that we're able to get from people to ask him. So without any further ado, let's just get started to have our guests. Yay! See how our guest is looking fresh, fresh, with his beautiful, cute smile, ready to give everything distributed to us. I mean, I love what I'm seeing already. Like, how you
Hey, hi guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly. I mean, you have everything 100, 100. You have everything 100. Oh, you have everything 100. We can hear you perfectly. We can see you. And um, okay, I think I'm still waiting for him to join back. Let's just wait for him to join back. We're just excited to already have him, and probably some network glitch and all. But then he's gonna be back. Oh yeah, he's back. He's back. He's back. He's back. Yay! See, it's looking like I'm the only one that is excited to have Mr. Emmanuel here. If you're excited as I am, I want you to share this video if you're watching this right now. Share this video so that you can have your friends to join us to also enjoy this thing we're about to enjoy this night right now. So you don't want to be selfish. You want to be how should I put it? You just want to really give this video out to everyone by sharing. Yeah. So Mr. Manuel, how is it going over there?
it's fine. It's good. I'm good. Everything looks, perfect. Um,
Yeah.
we thank God. We thank God. Basically, we can't complain.
I mean, we can
Yeah.
see that all over you. The smile,
So
this
it's just a
everything.
filter. It's just a
God,
filter.
when one tech is that in one corner, I'm like, God, when will I be? When will I be like this? When will I be
God,
so big
God,
like this?
man.
Like this? I've set up like this. So don't worry, that's what Mr. Manuel is here. He's gonna be cutting soap for us. He will cut soap. That soap he will cut it.
Yeah, and I'll share the oil, right?
Yeah, he will cut it for us. So let's just start with maybe like, can you like just share your journey into software development, because I know it's gonna be a long one. 10 years is not a joke. More than 10 years is not a joke. So just share like a journey into software development and what inspired you to start. I really want to know what inspired you to start.
Okay, so like everybody will say, their journey into tech started curiosity. Some it was because their friends were telling them they can make money. Some it was the Nigerian economy. But for me, there was no pressure in terms of finance. It was basically like, okay, I've always loved the way keyboard sounds. Like anytime I tell this story, it looks like that's weird. So if someone is using an external keyboard and you're typing with it sounds very nice. And uh, at that period, I was watching a lot of CIA movies. You see the tech guy is going to just type something, pa, 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 enter. He has hacked the entire government and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it was more like I wanted to become an hacker in quotes. But
Wow.
later, I and my brother got into a fight that I'm always talking about computers this way, computer that way. Then one day he said, okay, show workings. And at that time, there was no
Mhm.
word like show workings. It was just like,
Yeah.
he said it in Yoruba, shikokari, that kind of thing. So that kind of gave me a nudge that, okay, truly, I've been saying these things that I like this, I can do this, I can do that, without really knowing how to do those things. So I decided to pick up uh, programming. What was the simplest thing I could show workings on in quotes? It was building an application that someone can interact with. So I
Mm.
started learning how to build applications on Android because it was only Android applications, Android phones that were available as at that time. So I learned how to build using the Android SDK. Are you there? Ayo, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with
Yeah.
you. I just wanted you to have the stage fully.
Oh, okay. Nice, nice. It was weird being alone, but no problem since I know you're there. So I started learning with Android SDK. There was no Android Studios at that time. It was Eclipse. We were using Eclipse then. So I learned Java. The first thing to learn on Java was the data types. So you learn the old JRE, Java virtual machine, Java runtime environment, and all those things. You set up and add to home. I was using a Windows system. I think we were still on Windows 7. Yes, it was Windows 7 as at that time. So, and setting it up, it was like, okay, there was progress. Then I built my first application, which was just all these verbal and quantitative reasoning. I modified it and built an application around that. So it's more like you know the answer. It will ask a question, you read the question, then you're supposed to type the answer. And it was just an input text,
Mm.
a text screen, and then you're just supposed to type it, and then it tell you success. That was my first application ever. And then okay, I graduated to, okay, let me improve this application I built. Okay, I decided to build a Bible quiz, church boy.
Wow.
So I decided to build a Bible quiz. Then I encountered my first challenge, which was to randomize the question because I had 40 questions, and I didn't want
Mm-hmm.
people to max out my questions immediately. And if you have played round one, you would have seen the entire question. You can just move to round two. So uh, that even helped me in even understanding how to get questions, then add it to the system. I had multi-choice, so it was a lot of work. It was that was my target. I was learning and I was building. I had an application in mind that I wanted to build. I focused on my application I wanted to build. So now randomizing my question was the hardest part because it was difficult. This particular, there was no GitHub forum. Stack Overflow was still very difficult to use. I didn't understand how to use it, and I was supposed to generate set of random numbers without repetition. I can tell you for free, this particular challenge took me 1 month. I had to
Wow.
sleep and then find the solution in my dream. So anytime I talk about this thing, it's still funny to me because it took over my entire thinking, took over my entire journey. I was just thinking about it. So then the explanation was very simple because this helped me in understanding algorithms, like basically. So
Mm.
now, since we want to generate a random number, because I can still explain this thing the way I got it in my dream, very funny. So you want to generate random numbers. Okay, treat those numbers like fruits. Okay, they are just fruits, any type of fruit, apple, bananas, and stuffs. Then the set of random numbers you want to generate, it's a basket. So think about it this way: someone is giving you the number, which is the fruit. You add it to the basket. Now, before you add the next fruit to the basket, you check, is this fruit in this basket? So with that, I got thinking, okay, if this fruit is in the basket, you reject that fruit because you already have it in your set. Then the
Yeah.
next one is that you move to the next fruit, you had that if it's not in the basket. So
Mm-hmm.
that got me understanding that, okay, since that's the flow, then we can quickly write an algorithm around it. We have
Mm.
the generator, and then we have the checker, and then we have the loop to continuously check this thing. So finish. That was I didn't have to write for long again since I got the solution, the step by step procedure of getting this number. So that particular breakthrough, that eureka moment, it was more like, wow, I just got gold. I just tapped gold. This is the best thing that has happened since sliced bread. I don't know if you get my point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Also, also, also,
yeah,
it's so funny because you started with you're trying to show your workings, and then you now
show
ended up
workings. Hello, Ewa, are you there? I think I'm alone again.
Can you still hear me? Can you
I
hear
can hear
me?
you now. I can hear you now. Yes, the
Okay.
Nigerian network.
Okay, okay. So much things to have to learn from your journey already. From you
Yeah.
trying to show your workings, try to should I say prove a point, but then
Ah, it was
you,
prove a point. Basically, it was prove a point,
but,
and it
but
changed
but
my life.
I love the fact that it became part of you. I mean,
Yeah.
I used to say you're still trying to prove a point. Now it's you already. You've proven the point that
Yeah. Basically, I'm still trying to prove a point to myself that I can do it.
this time
Yeah.
around it's not to your brother, it's now to yourself.
It's not to myself. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah. So it's really an exciting one. It's really an exciting one. So, but I want to know, like, how has the field of software development, changed since you began your career? Because I know you began your career a long time ago. So, like, there should be like a change, probably
Yeah.
from the.
There have been a lot of changes. There have been
If
a
you
lot
want to
of
tell us
changes.
something about it.
Yes, so let's even start with the IDEs, basically
Mm.
the stuff we use in writing. There was a time people were using Vim. So some people still like Vim. There was a time we were using Notepad from Windows. So I'm going to start the answer from that side. So we were
Okay.
using Notepad. Then there was Notepad plus plus. Then, like I said, for building Android development, it was Eclipse. So there was
Mm.
this Eclipse IDE that we were using. Now it changed around 2013, towards the end of 2013 to Android Studio. Android Studio came in, took over, and then I'm just taking it from the angle of my own experience.
Yeah, yeah,
Then
yeah.
yeah, so then later VS Code came in, which is a product of Microsoft. It has changed the landscape. Nobody wants to use Notepad++. Nobody wants to use Sublime, except those ones that I've been using it for years. Like I don't know how to use VS Code. I still use my IntelliJ, and those are the guys that created the Android Studio. So you can see in terms of IDE, the landscape has changed tremendously. There is something we do now, which is cloud computing. There was nothing like cloud computing, except for the big players in the industry like Google and the likes that have large servers and that have to distribute their systems in different geographical location. Everybody use the traditional method of, you have a file, you upload it to a server, and everybody goes there. I don't know, maybe you can record, maybe with siblings or cousins, that they will try and get on site, and jam site will be down, or they will have to go to a cyber cafe, buy time, and stay overnight because that's when the site will be up. So, and we don't have that anymore in the industry because everybody is now going on the cloud. because of cloud computing. It's solving the issue of availability and reliability. So a lot of things have changed in the industry. Mobile development has changed. Now you have a language that can handle both iOS and Android at the same time. There are the issue of methodologies. Now, when we was when I started, there was nothing like Scrum. It was still in development at that time. Not so many people understood it. Um, Now you have to use Scrum. You have to use agile methodology to to work in big teams and even small things. So all those kind of changes are things that we've experienced. Before it was before DevOps, it was like development team and then the operations team. They are separate. Now it's now combined. One person can handle both. So there is more emphasis on collaboration, whereby you have to use Git to collaborate.
Mm.
No more sharing of file through FTP or zipping it and sharing it via mail. I did that actually. You have to share your code, then you zip it. You say this is the latest. You send it to the person. Now we don't
Yeah.
do that again. You you use
Wow.
Git. You just
I never
push.
knew such existed.
No, that was like I joined GitHub 2015, so that was about 9 years ago. So and before then there was Git, but it wasn't really that popular except guys in big companies. So
Mm.
it has just changed tremendously. Now I can't work with anybody without using Git or these other Git
True.
platforms.
True.
So there's now platforms that help you with continuous delivery, continuous iteration and integration. So there are a lot of things. There are a lot of tools that are making life better, making it easier, and it's just interesting times as at this point
Fantastic.
in
I'm actually learning at the same time because I have interest in we have a discussion even outside of
yeah.
our live session. I think I've discussed with you my interest in learning in becoming an application developer, and
Yeah.
because I just love the whole idea of you developing something, and I'm used to being a graphic designer, and I wanted to explore another field, another area, and it's so
Yeah, I didn't
exciting
even
hearing
think
about
of
the journey.
that.
Yeah,
Yes.
journey. It's just I don't know, man. It's just a personal. I don't know how to even explain, but it's personal, anyways. If you don't get it,
I understand.
that's to those
Yeah.
who are watching this. But anyways, with your experience, I want to just ask, what about were there any times where you faced any challenges, while
Mm.
on this journey? I mean, maybe your biggest challenges you faced in the early stages of your career, and how you were able to overcome them. Maybe you want to just share one or two, want to just, yeah, because I know it's 10 years that is even Nigeria 1 year of under one don't let me finish that statement, but then you understand what I'm trying to say.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So I have beautiful stories in terms of challenges, and also somewhat not so beautiful stories. They are not sad stories.
Mm.
They are just part of the learning curve. They are just part of the learning process. So I will share some with you to just give everybody and those that are learning to learn from my mistakes and also learn from my doggedness of pushing forward. So one of the challenges I faced, one of it is imposter syndrome. Okay, let me put it this way. So, like I said, it was more like proving a point that I can do this. But mind you, not so many people know that I didn't study this in school. It's not my first degree. So having imposter syndrome around that was something that I need to, also show workings for. Like, okay, I don't need a degree to do this. And it's now easier now because everybody knows that to learn coding, you don't need to go to school for it. So, but as at that time, it was more like Akilele Sheyi, the Yoruba term. What's this one doing? So it's just you are pushing in another man's field. It's not your field. They are trying to take it over. So I had to, overcome that imposter syndrome. The other one, like, at least that's a good challenge. The other challenge was still fairly new, but trying to overcome it. So there was this project I took. that wasn't too nice. We didn't have any sort of agreement of communication, and it went very south, like the southest of the south, and it had to become an issue of defamation. The person will go online, write many stories about me and stuff like that. Send mails to my employers, to friends and families that okay, this guy did this, that, and it wasn't funny as at that time because it's messed up my mental health and but you just as a man, you just have to come out of it and just face it head on.
Mm.
So it's still the funny thing is that it's not as if it has ended. It's still ongoing because I took the matter to court. The
Wow.
Nigerian court are very slow. But basically, some of the things I've learned from that is that if you're going into agreement with anyone or working on any project, try and find a structure around it, be
Mm.
professional around it, so that you avoid stories that touch. These are part of work hazards. Like
Mm.
that's one thing I've come to understand. It can happen to anybody, even the best of the best. Only people that tell their stories that you know about. Yeah,
Mm. True,
yeah.
true. I think I love how you were able to uh, share that experience and the fact that you were able to also pick a lesson from it. Because some of us we are just starting out on our own with our own
Yeah,
experience. We really have like a guide, a mentor, someone to put us through that. These are
yeah, yes.
like
These
the
are the
ethics, these
pitfalls.
are like the
These are, yeah.
structure. Yeah, so we're just doing our own, like we're
And
just
then every
guessing.
opportunity that comes your way, you
Yeah,
want to
we
quickly
just jump
grab
on
it.
it.
Yeah,
So
I get.
there's some people that are looking for how to prey on such people, how to
Yes, you get that.
have structure
Yeah,
and you know. I mean, thank you for sharing that experience and how you are able
yeah.
to also tell us that we need to have a structure, we need to be organized with what we
You need
are
to know
doing.
that it's not everybody that is nice.
True.
It's not everybody
But
that is nice.
it's everywhere that is nice. True, true,
It's
true.
not everybody that is nice. No,
That's
no.
see, am I the only one learning? I hope you are as you're watching, you're also learning already. So I also have a question here which says that how do you measure the success of a project or development efforts? How do you measure the success of a project or development efforts? I don't know what the person was going through to write this, but then I believe that you'll be able to answer the question correctly.
That's actually deep. I'm trying to think about it because measurement has always been an issue, especially
Mhm.
for we that didn't learn this in school. What do I mean? I'll take it as I would say the average Nigerian developer is just like the roadside mechanic. You get on YouTube, you pick up a video and you start learning. So the same thing the mechanics does. You get one of that somewhere and start saying, okay, this spanner, this is the brain box of the car, this is what you do here and stuff like that. There is no exact process. So, but to answer your question, there is something they call KPIs, key performance indicator. Now, let's say we want to build a website. So what makes us know that we achieved that goal? We should have a scope of work. Basically, we should have a scope of work. If you don't have a scope of work, you can't measure what you are doing. Scope of work will include, okay, the website must have a header, the website must have an about page. So if you can say, okay, we've done this about page, it's done. You can mark that, you can check that out of the process. I I believe you'll be able to measure the success of the project because if there, but that's actual the success of the project development. Now, it now gets to the point whereby you've developed it, you put it out there, people are using it. So how well do you now measure the success of the entire thing you built? You can look at the number of traffics, you can look at the number of engagements to say, okay, the site is booming, the site is booming. For example, how do you measure the success of the post? You check the impression, you check the number of likes, you check it's just putting out a structure of okay, these are the pointers, these are the indicators of my measurements. Without that, you will just keep doing it. AY, are you there?
I am. Yes, I am. It's just
Yeah.
I'm trying to ensure the network is solid enough, like it's good
Is
enough for
yeah, yeah, I get you. I
us.
get you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
can see me
thank you
dancing
for
to the
sharing that.
background sound.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Can you also share like an instance where uh, a project didn't go as planned, and
Yeah.
what you learned from? I know it's. I don't want this to look like somehow similar to the other one you shared, but maybe another one that has to do with this
No,
project is.
no. I get the question, and I know the way I want to tackle it is basically um. So this was a metric I got to learn about that 95% of startups fail. Um, and if a startup, most of the startups that you have now might not survive the next 5 years. So uh, answering the question from that direction. So just look at it from this angle that I built startups before, and not many of them survived because we went in with the idea of okay, this thing will sell, and then the Nigerian market is telling you this thing we only wanted it, we didn't need it, that kind of thing. So there are many instances that we had. Let me look for one that makes sense. Let me look for one that makes sense because I have a lot, but basically you can start a project thinking that everybody needs this, everybody would like to have this, but at the end of the day, when you're done w- with the project, that's when you realize that the market, they even they were only talking about it, they were not ready to buy it. So and you don't want to create a project and uh not get customers for it. Even if it's a free project, people you still want people to engage with it. And at the end of the day, it's still money you will use in maintaining the project. So there are so many instances that I've experienced. We start a project, uh, it didn't go as planned, but what I've learned basically is that you need to do quality survey before you run any startup. Okay, now that we're talking about, I remember one because I was trying to remember one instance. Okay, think about this. So we started my fan slot. That's a project that I think it was 2020 thereabout before COVID. So the idea behind that particular platform was you get the favorite celebrity of your friend to make a 5 minutes video for your friend, and then you you post it on that platform and share the link with your friend, and your friend gets to like it, that kind of thing. Now that's more like you're appealing to your friend's sense of what that okay, I'm going all out to get your favorite celebrity. Let me just cite a very good example. In my own case, my favorite celebrity that of all time is Ronaldo. So if you get a video of Ronaldo saying "Happy Birthday, Emmanuel," I would definitely be happy about that kind of video. So
Mm.
now we started the work. We started creating the application, did the design work. We got guys to sit down, write the code, and then now it's now time to get celebrities on board. At least you get celebrities on board now. Then the next thing we started having is some celebrities won't sign without having something coming back to them. That's one. Okay, it's fine. The guys on the system will pay for it. So, but celebrities are asking for some outrageous amount. Okay, we'll sign those ones later. Then we change strategy again, which celebrities are the low hanging fruits. So we got some guys that we're going to do a pro bono. That's one. Then it's now time to start advertising and putting it to people to come and sign up. Then we now realize that we are going to be spending more than we bargained for. And think about it. This platform has not started making money. So how do we maintain it? So all of a sudden, everybody started, drawing back. So we'll call for meetings today, and then nobody is ready to attend the meeting because it's not paying. Now we've invested more than 5 months on the project and there is no quality results. It's not flying. So he just all of a sudden died a natural death. So that's one situation where a project didn't go as planned. There are other ones that are sadder than that, but that one is not really sad. It's just you are learning that okay, you need to you need to plan. You need to plan properly. Every component must be accounted for. You can't just assume everybody will buy onto the idea. So that's one platform I know. If I still check my GitHub, I'll see the code base there. I still have another one. Yes, I remember. I remember this one also. This one. So yes, this one was it's a gaming platform. It's a gaming platform. We wanted to create a gaming platform that um, you like PES, for example. Now you play FIFA 2024. Say FIFA 2024. We can just pair you and a friend to play the game, and then you submit the scores of the game. Basically, is then we create a competition around that and stuff like that. All of a sudden, we started seeing that okay, reality is setting in. People are saying it's a waging platform, so it's more like betting. So that wasn't what we planned for. So to do betting in Nigeria now, you need license, and license as at that time, I think it was 2021 or 2022. So as at that time was 150 million or so. So this one is just beside the example of the reality of compliance. Okay, you need to comply with the law of like Lagos State law. So now that one came in. It was a challenge. Okay, we'll play around that by just okay, not making too much noise, staying low key without the government really disturbing us. Of which they won't disturb you until you start making a lot of money. No problem. Okay. Then the next phase, you need money to run this particular platform. Let's get investor. We started trying to join accelerators and stuff and whatnot, and a lot happened. So all of a sudden, guys started getting uh, their attention into other things. I don't want to use the word distracted because it's not distraction, but at the end of the day, it's still distraction. Their attention is going to other things, and then they have to feed their family. So that comes first. The next thing we just notice is that the project is just going down. We don't talk about it more, and then that's a natural death, and many more. I have a lot to discuss, but don't let me take too much time.
Yeah, so this one I'm just saying natural death, natural death. I think somebody was one natural death, natural death, and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, it is. So it's natural death in the sense that you just see that it goes down, it just goes down,
mm,
and then you try to revive it, but it's not coming back. You are trying to
mm,
resuscitate it, nothing. So
it's
it is
not,
just natural, natural.
maybe we need Saru to help us out at this. you know. Anyway, that was just anyway. So another question here is what are the most exciting technological advancements you have witnessed in the last decade? Can you hear me?
Hmm.
Let me confirm
Yeah,
if
I
you can
can
hear
hear
me.
you. I can hear you. I can hear you. So
Okay.
the
Yeah, like
biggest
one of the most exciting
chat
technological.
chat
You can list them.
chat
Oh.
GPT.
I know
Chat
you will say
GPT. That's
ChatGPT, but you can list
chat
them first.
GPT.
But
So
you can list
so
them
yes,
before you
I
do
can
that.
talk about some other one, but that has shifted the ground. It has caused more fears. It's not challenging people to learn new things. Like okay, they will always say AI is coming for your jobs. AI is coming for your jobs. But so also was programming. So also was computer advancement in the 1960s and the 1970s. So it's normal. It's normal. So AI, you have machine learning. I also have advancement in cybersecurity. Another one that I really like that people use now is IoT. IoT. The fact that you can call Alexa and then it will answer you and still do some things. Yes, some people will say that's AI too, but it's actually IoT. um, and some other stuff. Well, basically, AI. Yeah. So it's changing the ground. It's changing everything. It's an advancement that has been available for some time now, but people didn't know. It wasn't available
Mm,
to the public, but at least it's just there. Some people say it's just remodeling of linear algebra, which is just okay. You take a look at everything and try to predict the best outcome out of everything. But yet
true,
again, it has changed the entire landscape. You are forced to use it. Every platform you get to now, you are forced to you are forced to have a generative AI to interact with.
true.
Yeah, yes.
True. I love the fact that you're able to talk about like current state of tech right now, and you mentioning AI, you mentioning
Yeah,
ChatGPT. I mean,
it's because I'm building something on it now, and I hope that one doesn't die a natural death too. But
no, it's not. This time around, this one was not.
this time around, at least we've successfully built some projects. YouTube
Mm,
being one of them. Um, there are some other projects that I'm working on that I don't want to talk about yet, but yeah, they are not. Those ones didn't die natural death. They are still growing naturally.
but do you want to share with us like those ones that didn't die natural death? Like they are still working. You want to share with us maybe one or two?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so Realty is a platform that you can get real estate. How do I put it? I don't want to use the word shares now because people will come for me. So it's just we are tokenizing real estate and making it accessible to individuals. So what we basically do is just we get platform a real estate property, and then we can make it accessible to multiple people. We can co-own. Co-own in the sense that you can take 5% of the entire property. Let's say it's just 1,000 naira, and you have 200 naira. That's 20%. So you can own 20% of that property uh, and some other stuffs. We also do real estate investment, whereby you just okay, I don't want to co-own, I just want to drop, let's say, 50 million with you guys, and then in 5 months, 6 months, I want to come back with my 50 million with some interest on it. We also do
Mm,
that.
wow,
So
that's fantastic.
that's one. There are other ones that I can also talk about.
Wow, awesome, awesome.
Yeah,
So, but with all these things that I have mentioned like this, how do you balance
yeah.
your personal life, your work, everything, everything? Because sometimes when learning, you also have other things you are doing, other things you are trying that is taking your attention. Probably school and also. But for you, how are you able to balance your personal life and with everything you are doing together?
Okay, so this is my personal opinion. There can never be balance. Life no balance. So, but all you can just
Mm,
all you
mm,
can just do is at a time you can prioritize some aspect of your life, and then at some other time you prioritize another aspect of your life. So
mm,
let's say for the next 6 months you want to really go all out and learn and focus on growth. At that time, nobody should keep calling you. Just put your phone on DND. They will see you after 6 months. Just focus on that if you are learning. So because if you say you want work-life balance, you will end up just being mediocre. That's just it. Um, my wife is not so happy that I'm not available uh, to take to assist her with the baby, but sometimes I'm available, and at that time she won't complain. That kind of thing. It's just
mm.
trying to find a balance by prioritizing, basically. I don't know if you get my point, but saying you want a work-life balance, with just okay, this it can't there can't be balance. There will always be this yin yang. You just go like this at some point, then you go like this at some point. So there are times whereby I don't want to code for the next 1 week. I just want to watch film. So I've not had that kind of season in about
Mm.
how many months now. I know it will come whereby I'm not just interested in anything. All I just want to do is just relax, be pampered, that kind of thing. And then there are times I'm not available. You get so it comes like that. It's just letting the people around you know that you prioritize them, but you are not available at the moment. But you can use your other resources to be available. If it's that you can just look for solutions for the problem they have, send it to them and get them running. Then you can focus on work. If you have money, you can just okay at some time take them out, let them feel that you are part of their life, that kind of thing. It's just important that you understand that uh, work-life balance is based on your design, not by another man's specification.
Yeah.
Uh, so that's just what I believe.
Awesome. Awesome. So speaking of movies, you mentioned that you watch movies whenever you are,
Not every
attending.
time, not
Because I'm
every
about to
time.
ask, like, what are your kind of movies? Are you into?
So like I said at the very beginning, I like anything that has to do with law, anything that has to do with CIA. I also like some science fiction, but the science fictions that they are doing these days, it doesn't interest me. So the last movie I saw was yesterday, and I think that was Marginal Call, and it was talking about the Great Recession. So basically, giving me information of how stockbrokers think. So I like informative movies like that. So I got the title. I got the title on Twitter, for God's sake. So I guess someone created a list of of movies that can teach finance. So and I was like, okay, I've been working for the past 3 weeks now. I just need some. So I need a break. So I decided to take time to just see that movie. It was 1 hour 45 minutes, and after that I slept off. So and then today, so basically those are the kind of movies I like. I like movies that are very informative, specific about uh, uh, a specific. I'm using the word specific again. A specific topic. So if it's finance, I want to go all in to understand it, to understand how people think. Yes, it's a movie, it's scripted, but at least it will still give you the information that can help you.
Awesome. 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 I love
Yeah.
that. Love that. Yeah. So another question here is, what personal achievements in your career are you most proud of? You want to share with us?
Yeah. Yes. 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 Yeah. Personal achievement. So one of the
See the
biggest
excitement
is
there already.
yeah. I'm still smiling because it's very recent. So between March and April, so I
Okay.
got recognized as a global mentor, top 1% global mentor on ADPList. So it's a very nice one.
Hey! Cool, 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 cool. I
So,
don't know if there's
back
shaking
to
on
back,
this
yeah.
platform.
So, and it's actually an accolade that I feel is impactful on others is because I help others that I got it. So I feel like, okay, yes, I've tried. I'm helping people now. That kind of thing. So I like that one. Yeah, it's one of the biggest I'm proud of. Hey, why you're muted? Oh, you're still looking for the shekere.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't mind if I can see the shakere. I still want to play, but I'm very happy, to be recognized as a
Yeah,
mentor. Is an amazing one. It really shows that your work is also being recognized, and you're doing
yeah,
a lot of things,
yeah,
and you're doing great too in the industry. And that's it. I
yeah.
mean, I'm excited. Though. So when are we popping anything on your behalf? Are you
It
sending
was
anything up
fast.
to go?
That was March and April.
You still want to celebrate it, even though even
Yeah,
if it's December period, you are still gonna celebrate it.
I get you. I get you.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what are your personal values and beliefs? how have your personal values and beliefs influenced your professional journey? Probably there are some instances
Yeah.
where you feel this personal thing, I don't want it to. This is not what I feel. I don't believe in this because I mentioned I'm a graphic designer, and there are some instances where I get some projects where I know that, oh man, this is not part. I don't believe in. My belief does not support me doing this. You know, in
Okay.
terms of
Okay. Yeah.
value. So I wanted to just give us in relation to your work. I probably share maybe any experience and all. So
Yes. So anything not ethical, I don't buy into it. So there was a particular time I was contacted by someone. Someone gave someone my number. This guy creates website. This time I'm talking about is around 2018. So thereabout. Is it 20? Yeah, it should be 2018. So the guy was asking for cloning of a particular site, cloning it and making it a phishing site. Phishing in the sense that since because it's cloned, it looks exactly the same with the other person's um, site. They will just collect data from people. It's just to it will look like you're on. For example, now I've been getting a lot of mails that people are telling me my account can you come. That's on my Zenith Bank. So immediately I look at the link, I know that this is a phishing site. It's not Zenith Bank is not zenithbank.ng. Any bank is not using that link. So something like that, I was asked to create something like that. I immediately told the person, I don't do such. It's not ethical. I can't do that. Do you understand? There are some other time. So basically, what I value is integrity, regardless of how much the person is going to pay. If it's not of good report, no, I'm not doing that. So one of the reasons why it was painful when someone started defaming me online, it was very painful because I was like, I don't do things like this.
true.
So, uh, but basically, I value integrity. I value continuous learning.
Mm.
I value, keeping it right, keeping it ethical. The reason why I'm using the word ethical is that okay, at least everybody can agree this is right, this is wrong.
This
So
is wrong.
yeah, yeah,
Awesome. Awesome.
yeah.
Thank you so much for that. So, what is like your is there like anything else you would like to share with our listeners about navigating a decade in development? I have to say that one very slowly. A decade in development. So, is there like anything else you would like to share with our listeners about
Okay, okay. So one thing I've learned throughout this journey of life is you can't do it alone. You need a community. You need mentorship, basically. Okay. When I started out, it was more like personal learning. I did everything. I didn't attend what's it called all these meetups until okay. I think I attended some back in school then, but after some time I stopped attending. Networking, well, I'm not networking, Jerry, until I realized that it's not about what you know, but it's the combination of what you know and who you know that will pave some ways. So you need to network because that will even shape your career more. Imagine learning a language like Fortran 77 now. People are no longer using that. So you need to mingle with people to be able to understand what is currently scalable, what is trending, and another thing about let me balance that out. It's not every trend you jump on, but just understand that there are some trends that you need to know about and get into it. But it's not every trend you jump on. Let me explain broadly on that. So take for example Angular. I'm going to use Angular as an example. Angular was started by Google, and then it was very big then. React wasn't big as at that time. So Angular was started by Google, and then it became something very very big. Then all of a sudden it started dropping. So for guys that learned Angular, yeah, Angular, some people are still using it now. It's already coming down. So for guys that learned Angular and built their entire career around Angular, it has gone off. Now some people are saying it's Vue. Tomorrow now we don't know. I think it's now HTMX. So the executable HTML. So there are trends that will come and go. What you really need to know is understand the core and the basis of programming. So what are the basis of programming? Data types, algorithm, data structure, solid principles for guys that are doing OOP, and some other stuff like that. So I've talked about mentorship. I've talked about having a community. I've also talked about trends. So you need to find a balance between jumping on trends and staying away from some trends. So some people will say it's Web 3 now, Web 3 now. Web 2, you never even finished learning Web 2, you want to jump on Web 3. I'm not saying guys are learning Web 3. It has its own application. Some people are saying it's blockchain technology, blockchain technology. Please be solid in what you are learning before you just hop into the next one. And then what else? What else? What else? What else? Always try to make a positive mark, positive impact, positive. What's it called? Leave a positive legacy wherever you work, with whoever you work. And always remember that collaboration and communication is key to success. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for that. I mean, these are timeless words. These are words that everyone,
Hmm.
even 10 years to come,
Motivational
still,
speaker.
still they are still gonna be impactful and all. So, but I want to really know, like, were there like do you have like one piece of advice you wish you had received when you started your career, and you want to share them now to probably a younger you that is listening right now, or someone who is also aspiring to be at the stage where you are. So probably you have one piece of advice you wish you had received when you started your career.
That should be networking and keeping professional relationship. Networking and keeping and building professional relationship.
Wow, it's more
Um,
like
yeah, it
I would have
encapsulates
loved
the,
you
the
to,
journey.
to go deeper.
What did you say?
I'd have loved you to go deeper, like more like networking.
Okay,
You
like I
wish like
said,
more?
yeah,
Do you wish to
yeah,
network more with people?
yes, I wish I had networked more, just not learning and learning and learning. Try to meet people, show that okay, you can do this. Like till date, I don't know how to use social media. I'm just a consumer on social media. I'm not a content creator. There are guys that can just quickly look for something and create a content around it.
Hmm.
That kind of thing. I don't know how to do that. And I wish I have it in me to always put out content, put out this, put out that, and stuff like that. So, and the professional relationship means that it's not everybody that is a friend. Do you get? You are working with people doesn't mean they're your friend. So keep it professional. If they need anything, let them send it to you via mail. It's not like you are overdoing. Don't collect WhatsApp messages. Let them send it to you via mail. Be professional about it. It will save you a lot because someone will say, I never told you this. I did this one. Like,
True.
sincerely, just to avoid stories that touch. I'm very particular about that.
Hmm.
Keep it
Hmm.
professional. Yeah, you get an instruction to perform an action. Let it be documented. And some other things you can also do for yourself is measure your success. It's like, you hit a very nice milestone, document it. I think you'll be golden.
Wow, awesome, awesome. I'm also jotting down a lot of things. I've jotted down a lot of things, because these your words, they're actually not just from books or not just from listening to somebody. They're actually from experience, and you know you've been able to also share with us the mistakes and your lessons from those experiences, and it's something that I'm actually happy that we're having this conversation on. and it's good to have you. Yeah, it's good to. I mean, we've had fantastic conversation already, and I believe that a lot of our listeners are also excited, and they've learned a lot of things. But I think I have a question here. Someone is saying, please, which source are the best for learning programming?
That's deep. Mm.
Another question. Okay, the person just dropped here that collaboration is the key to success. Okay. So what are like the sources that are best to learn programming? Maybe you have one to say about that.
Okay, so like the biggest content platform is YouTube. You can get a lot of content on YouTube. If you want to take it professional, you want to make it professional, you can do Udemy. You can also look at a platform like Coursera. That makes it more structured. If you're the kind of person that likes structured learning, okay, you want to measure your progress of learning and stuff like that, you can do Coursera. But if you are the kind of person that is driven like me, okay, I want to learn this thing and I'm learning it. You can see a lot of content. You can see a lot of content on YouTube, and it's free. The other ones are paid for. So, Ewa, are you still there? Are you with me?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Yeah, so I was already thanking you. I said thank you so much for um accepting to come on board with us. Thank you so much. We are so happy to receive you. So happy to have this amazing conversation with you. And I'm very sure that our audiences to have learned so much from Mr. Idowu Emmanuel. I'm very sure you've learned so much from Mr. Idowu Emmanuel, and he has dropped a lot of bars, I've dropped shells, I've dropped everything that from his vast knowledge, from his world of wisdom, and I believe I've been also been able to learn from him. I've also been able to pick one or two things from him, and he's not gonna be. It's not enough to just learn. Executing is also important. When you learn, you also need to do what you have learned to execute, and this is why we have Tech with Hero to always help you with our own best, our own best to help you by connecting with tech experts like Mr. Emmanuel Idowu, and to also help you with by sharing tech opportunities that can help you to boost your career in tech. And you want to tell your friends about us, you want to tell your friends about Tech with Hero and the amazing things that we are doing over here. So I think this is where we call it a day. You know, we've had amazing conversation already with Mr. Emmanuel Idowu. And thank you. I'm clapping because I don't know where I can see all these pictures where I can just drop those clapping sounds and all, to just celebrate you, Mr. Emmanuel Idowu. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for having this conversation with us. We truly, truly appreciate it, and we celebrate your progress too in the tech field, in the tech space, with all the accomplishments and all. Yeah, thank you. So, do you have any last words or anything you want to say on this segment?
Uh, just keep learning, guys. Keep learning. It's important to keep learning. Even the best of the best keep learning.
Mm.
Zuckerberg is still learning. Um, Bill Gates is still learning. Elon Musk is still learning. So everybody's still learning. Yeah.
So that's it, guys. Keep learning. Let me sign off with that. Keep learning. Keep learning. Keep learning. Everybody is still learning. Keep learning, and just keep learning like Mr. Emmanuel do. If after 10 years it's ending to this conversation with keep learning, you better keep learning. better keep learning, Yeah. So thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel. Though. I wish you all
Yeah,
the
you're
best.
welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. So, guys, like I said earlier, it was really fantastic to have Mr. Emmanuel Idowu with us. So, you don't want to miss our next episode next week, Saturday. Um, Still make sure that you click on the notification bell so that you can know whenever we are live on YouTube, anytime, any day, and you want to share this YouTube with your friends, with with your family, your tech families. You want to share this video with them so that they can learn from our conversations today. Don't be selfish, man. Don't be selfish. So share this, and if you are yet to subscribe, subscribe. If you are yet to like this video, like this video. If you are yet to also follow us on all other social media platforms, please do so. It's just Tech with Hero. Tech with Hero. We love you guys. We love you guys, and we wish you all the best in your tech journey. Bye for now. I remember I hope yourself. Ayomide Oguyomi. Thank you so much, guys. Bye for now.